Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Linda. If this is your first time here, I post all sorts of DIY and craft related videos. You might want to go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any further videos from me. I'm just saying. So if you missed our first video, we are in a middle of a 3-video series on Easter crafts. Our first video was really cute farmhouse rustic Easter garland. I'll make sure I post that link for you. Today's video, we are again going to be in the rustic farmhouse theme. We're going to make a cute bunny sign. I know we've seen these all over the place, but I wanted to get in on the action. So we're going to make one of those. And then this cute shelf sitter type, I don't know shelf sitter, but it sits on a shelf. It's really cute, this Easter decor. I actually saw it on Pinterest, something that you could buy. It was all made out of ceramic. I'm like, how could I recreate that using Dollar Tree crafts? So we're going to work on that today. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. So this is project 1, the bunny sign. What I'm starting here are 2 Valentine signs I got at Dollar Tree during Valentine's, of course. The bunny carrot sign. Now, if you watched the last video, we used that in the last project, so I told you to save the head off of one of those signs. And then I told you to also save the Happy Easter off of the wood sign that we also used in that last project. So what I'm going to do here with these signs is I'm going to measure them about 10 inches in length on both signs, and I'm going to cut off that excess. I'm just using my ruler here. I'm going to draw the line on both of them, and then go ahead and take my craft knife here. I'm going to use 5 or 6 deep cuts through this. And then I'm able to just snap it apart. It'll leave some excess, but it's thin enough that you can just cut it off with your scissors. And then go ahead and sand the edges on both of those to make them nice and smooth. Now I'm going to make some bunny feet. I've got some balsa wood here, but if you don't have that, you can use cardboard, like recycled cardboard or like foam board from Dollar Tree. I'm just using this balsa wood. It's lightweight, it's thin, just because I have it on hand. It was just the right size to make my bunny feet. Now I just hand drew my bunny feet. And basically, if you're drawing these, they kind of look almost like an egg, right? So one end of the foot is a little bit wider, the other end is a little bit narrower, and there you have your bunny feet. So I just kind of traced it onto this balsa wood, and then I'm just going to cut it out, of course, as you see here with my scissors. This balsa wood can be found in like the unfinished wood craft sections of like Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Joann's. Easy to work with if you're ever interested. You know, like I said, you can see me here, I'm just cutting it with scissors, so nice and easy. I'm going to sand all the edges here, get them all nice and smooth. And then I've got 2 bunny feet ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and paint my sign here with the Waverly chalk paint, being careful not to get the paint into the scored areas of the sign. I chose these signs because they already had the areas scored, so it made it look like slapboard. But I want to make sure that I cover up all the red letters here. I could just go around the perimeter because that's what I'm going to do on the other pieces, but for the sign it's just easier to do the whole thing and just paint it all. Unlike the bunny here, as you see, I'm going in for my second coat and I'm just simply painting around the perimeter because of course the paper will cover the middle sections of the sign itself and the bunny head and the bunny feet. Okay, so we have some large craft sticks here. You're actually going to need 6, but I'm showing 4. We're going to use these for stability on the back of our sign later on down the line. So 4 of the sticks you're going to glue, make 2 sets, just glue the 2 sticks completely together. The last 2 sticks, what I'm going to do is adjust them. I'm going to cut off about 2 inches off each stick and then go ahead and glue those together. So you have 2 long sticks glued together, 2 sets, and then 1 set of 2 short sticks glued together. Okay? And then what I did after that, all 3 of them, of course, I'm just painting one side and then around the edges. And once that's done, just set it aside. We'll get back to it later. Happy Easter sign. I'm going to go ahead and with the bunny feet, I've got 1 coat on there, again with the Waverly white chalk paint. I'm going to do another perimeter paint job around the bunny feet, and I'm going to go ahead and paint the whole Happy Easter sign completely white, a couple of coats. Now if you didn't see my last video, of course I'll have that link down below, but that Happy Easter sign, if you've seen it in Dollar Tree, it actually has a bunny attached to the end, and for that last video we cut off the bunny and used it in our garland, so what we were left with were the words of Happy Easter, so that's what we're using here. And again, 2 coats. I'm not going to bother trying to cover it with paper. So our bunny head here, I'm going to use pink for my bunny. You can use whatever color. I'm going to trace one side of it and then flip it over and trace the other side of it, and then I'm also going to trace my bunny feet. And then on a piece of cardstock, I trace my bunny feet again just because I needed to know how much space I'm going to work in. And what I'm going to do is just kind of draw the paw prints. So I'm going to draw 2, you'll see me just do 1 set here, but 2 large circles and then 6 small circles. And then I end up cutting those out. Okay, just like that. So here's our board. I cut each of my pieces individually, but you can choose to just cover the whole thing like that if you want. But I cut each of my pieces of paper for each individual slat, so to speak, leaving about an 1/8 inch perimeter all the way around, just like you see here. Just kind of letting you see how that looks. So for the bunny head, I'm going to show you what I did is when I drew the bunny head, and again, of course, the feet, then I go in about an 1/8 of an inch and I redraw around the entire perimeter of that original pattern there. And I do the same thing on the bunny feet. So I'm just letting you see this process here. And by doing this, leaving that going in about an 1/8 inch and then recutting on the new pattern line, it allows the border of our wood to show. And again, you don't have to do that if you just want to trace the bunny in its entirety and your feet and your sign, of course, just cover the whole thing. That is perfectly fine. I'm just doing this to add a little bit more interest and texture. So I'm going to take all my pieces to the sewing machine, but if you don't want to sew, you can take like a Sharpie marker and draw some stitched lines on your paper. I'm just kind of showing you what it would look like if you want to do this at all. You can doodle a little bit. You can draw some little wavy lines, some dots going around. That looks perfectly cute. If you don't want to sew, or if you're not a sewer, either way looks fine. And then if you don't want any doodle lines on it at all, you don't want any sewing lines on it at all, you want it just perfectly plain, that is perfectly fine as well. But I love to sew all my papers, so that's what I'm doing here and just showing you a little bit of that. And that's what it looks like when it's all done. I've done it on my bunny, of course, and I've texturized the edges of the paper, and I'm going to show you how I did this. I'm going to show you on this sample piece so you can see what it looks like. You just take the edge of your scissor blades and you scrape it along the paper. So see, if you doodled on it, it looks perfectly cute just doodling with it as well. But if you sewed on it, then, you know, of course, you're going to go around the edges the same way, open end of the scissor blades, scraping it along, adding your texture, and that's what it looks like. I'm going to finish this up and do it all the rest of my pieces here. I just kind of wanted to show you the process a little bit. And then this is what it would look like, all textured, ready to go. A little bit of the board perimeter showing, really cute. So we're going to start gluing some things down onto our signs, gluing our little strips down, or in your case, if you made one whole big piece on each sign, you're going to go ahead and glue that down. I just like to give you options here, so I hope it's understandable how I'm explaining it. And we're going to do the same thing like on the bunny head. We're going to, I believe I do that off camera, so I'm letting you know now. Go ahead and glue both the front and the back pieces on the bunny head. Here's the bunny head all done. Front and back, ready to go, textured, and we're going to go ahead and glue the little feet together. Both pieces here, and then we'll start working on the little paw prints. I even sewed around my little paw prints. Can you, even those little circles, can you believe it? That's how much I like to sew on my paper. So I'm just gluing all those down, all the little paw prints on both of the feet. I just think it is really cute, adds texture. Again, it would look cute with doodling or nothing at all. Your choice. Have I said that 3 times already? You make it how you want it. It will be just beautiful how you like it. Feet are all done. Happy Easter. We're going to cover those little holes at the top. So I'm cutting 2 pieces of wire about 8 inches long. And I'm going to take the wire, I'm going to leave about 1 inch tail, and I'm going to wrap it around this paintbrush. You could wrap it like around a pencil or a pen, either way. But both of them, leave about 1 inch tail and then wrap it around. And then smush it together. And then insert that tail through the back, and then I'm going to go ahead and just glue it down. You can use the liquid glue or hot glue, just like that. We're going to do both sides. There, really cute, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to just distress my wood pieces a little bit. Again, this is optional. All my pieces, I want to show you what it looks like when I do that. Just adds a little bit more rustic to it if you want to do it. I do it on the sign as well, but it's really subtle, but you can see it a little bit. And now we're going to start assembling. So I'm going to turn my one of my boards over, and about halfway down on the bunny head, I'm going to add my glue to the lower half of that head. Add enough so it sticks really good, or hot glue if you want. And right about the middle of one of those signs, we're going to go ahead and get that bunny glued on. And I'm going to make sure mine's centered. I'm going to bring out my ruler here, making sure I've got it just nice and even, both sides, just because that's how I like it. And now we're going to put the 2 signs together. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue, not a whole lot because you don't want it to seep through to the other side, just a tiny bit, so that it kind of gets glued together. And then we're going to add our large craft sticks. So again, here's my 3 sets here. So we're going to glue 2, the long ones, 1 on each side, and then we're going to glue the little short one right up under the head. And that's going to add our stability and keep our sign nice and together. Just like that. Okay, and then we can flip it back over and we can start to assemble a little bit more. We're going to get our bunny feet on first. Try to get my camera an angle here for you. Starting to look super cute. We're starting to, now the bunny head's starting to look like a little bunny bum, isn't it? Super cute. Get both our feet angled on there. I have these great big jumbo cotton balls I got at a craft show, and I cut one in half and added it, glued it onto a piece of paper. You could use a little flower here from Dollar Tree. They have those in the gift wrapping section. That would look cute. I just kind of want to show you that option, but I'm going to glue half of this really large cotton ball or pom-pom, but you can actually just take some cotton or some stuffing from, you know, a pillow or something like that and make your own little cotton ball. Super cute. And then we're going to go ahead and add this Happy Easter portion of the sign. We're going to get that all glued down. And of course I'm going to bring my ruler in and measure. I just like things nice and straight. I'm a little bit obsessive that way. And our bunny sign is complete. Isn't that so stinking cute? With that excitement, let's move on to project number 2. It's excellent home decor. I know, right? So what we're going to need for this, I chose these speckled eggs from Dollar Tree, and of course this craft ornament with the bunny, and some wood hearts that I have from Valentine's. This is Tumbling Tower game, and a wood sign, and some jute. Now what I did, I already had in my supply this kind of wood sign that I painted. But if you don't have that, if you take one of these wood signs from Dollar Tree, you flip it over and you add 2 pieces of tumbling tower block to each side, glue them down, and then paint them, you're going to end up with what I've got here. So that's just another option for you. So I'm going to cover the bottom with my paper, and of course I've already sewed around the edges, and I'm going to distress the edges with the open end of my scissor blades. You all should already know this routine by now. And yes, I have a little paint glob on the paper, but don't worry, that'll get covered up. And I cut this piece of paper about 1/8 inch less so that my board shows around the perimeter. just like we did on the other project. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And then we're going to go ahead and work on another part of the project. I've got this wood heart. I painted it front and back, and then I traced it onto my craft paper here, and then again 1/8 of an inch in, I made a new pattern, cut it out, both sides. I've sewed around the perimeter to stress the edges. You've seen this enough, so I'm not going to bother with showing it to you again. Cutting it out and distressing, and then we're going to glue with Fabri-Tac glue again both sides of my heart with this paper. And I will give you an option later on down the line how we're decorating this heart. I'm going to give you some options to change it up a bit if you don't have the same type of supplies. Alright, now I'm going to take this Easter craft bunny, and I pulled the hook out of the top, and when I did, it left kind of a little hole, so I filled it in with some wood filler. And then once that dried, I'm going to go in and paint it with this oyster white paint. Basically it's the same color, but I want my bunny this color, but I want to cover up that orange color of that wood filler, because I didn't want the hole in the top of the head either where I removed the hook. So there it is, all painted, ready to go. And I've got these candlesticks. They come 5 to a pack. I got them at Hobby Lobby. They're $3.99. Now if you don't have these, here's another option. If you have some really large spools, like for sewing, I wanted to do that originally, but I didn't have enough, so I found these candlesticks in my stash. And you're just going to wrap the candlesticks with this twine, that I got from Dollar Tree. You can wrap each candlestick that way, 5 of them. Or if you have the spools, I kind of wanted to show you what that looked like, because I think using the spools would be super cute. But I kind of wanted to give you the option. This is something else you could use for a stand. It's both of them cute options, but I just had to show you that idea. So I've got them all wrapped here, and we're going to go ahead and add a twine bow to each one of them, as well as, you guessed it, wood buttons again. And we're going to add a little wood button to the center of the bows, just like on all my projects I've been doing pretty much on these Easter projects. So I have this little wood tag, and I'm tying it on a piece of twine into the bow. But if you don't have this, it would look super cute again if you just took a bow made with twine, added a button, or maybe like a little wood heart, something like that. But I'm just using this wood tag up because I've got it in my supply, and I thought it was perfect for Easter decor. And then I'm going to glue this little ensemble to the bunny. I think that's so cute. And we're going to go back to the heart and work on this. I have this wood word, and I painted it all in white, and I'm going to attach it to the heart. And then, of course, it says happy, and then I'm going to finish the quote, with the word Easter using stickers. Now, if you don't have a wood word like this, you can use the sticker letters and do the entire quote in stickers on the wood heart. Now I got these stickers as a gift. I believe you can get them at like Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree has all sorts of stickers. So like I said, if you don't have a happy word to make it look like this, you can use nothing but stickers on the front of this heart and spell out Happy Easter. But again, I will give you another option here pretty soon. I've got it all glued and ready. I kind of overlapped the letters a little bit, so here's an option. This is a love word from Dollar Tree. You can add the heart and the love word just like that. Cover the heart, paint the word, super cute, and it would give you another option. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick out our eggs here. I'm going to only need 4 eggs. Pick out the colors I want. I'm not going to paint them or anything. I like them speckled just the way they are. I'm going to go ahead and glue my bunny to one of the tops of the candlesticks. Oh, that's just so super cute. And I'm going to set my eggs in the order I want them. I'm going to play musical eggs here for a minute, deciding which order I want the colors. So bear with me. Not quite there yet. Maybe one more time. And I think we got it. Nope, here we got it. Now I've got these this scrapbook paper from my stash. They look like little bingo cards, and I cut out some words, and I'm going to add two of these little words to two of the eggs. Now if you don't have this, Dollar Tree has all sorts of cute dimensional stickers, or you can make your own tags on the computer, or you can maybe handwrite your own little tags and then just attach them to the couple of eggs. You can leave that off entirely if you don't like that at all, but I just wanted to add a little more texture to the project. So I glued those onto the two eggs, and now gluing the eggs onto the candlesticks. And so now I've got a different view for you, showing you what it looks like. I'm going to show you a couple of options here. So I'm going to get my eggs all arranged here. Add in my Happy Easter sign. Don't worry, I'll get that into view here a little bit better in a minute. I'm going to add a green bow. Now you can see I'm not gluing anything down, I'm just setting it down there. So I want you to take a look at this. I had another thought. You can add a burlap bow just to kind of give you guys an idea, but here's my other thought. I'm wondering about a pink version here. So I'm going to add my eggs and things on here. I'm going to add my Happy Easter sign. And then I'm going to add a pink bow. So I have not glued anything down because I need your help. I have two versions here. The green version or the pink version. I want you guys to comment down below and let me know which one you like. And then I need a second answer to this question. Do you like the Happy Easter sign here? Or you do like the single love word sign? So tell me down below what you like best so I can get this thing glued together. So I hope you all enjoyed these two projects today. Of course, I will have a third video coming out, the last in our series. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. I'll have my social links down below. Come follow me on Instagram, on Pinterest, on my blog. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.